Good morning. Right, so today is another series extension, like one more episode towards this Fright writing prompt challenge. So it's day 5. Day 5's prompt is a little bit, if not a lot of heart. So this is the left hand has a left hand. It's a kind of prompt where people question how my brain works, but it's okay. And we only have 2 challenges, so let's take a look at it. First challenger is Overlord Venus with his Petillon universe, and the second challenger is Dame Butterfly. So like I am gonna go through them. I actually gave someone a cookie. No, I gave everyone a cookie. I also gave someone like a heart, which is really rare, right? Not becoming so rare nowadays, like as they improve and know what is like the thing that I'm seeking. They are gonna be, hopefully I'll be able to give everyone purple hearts by the end of this month, right? In any case, then poltergeist, so this is Overlord Venus. So anyway, it was unknown how the director stared at her, for his head was still buried in the fellow pot, but somehow his voice resounded in the room. I've called you here for one reason. Petillon stared at the rolls of paper before her, her eyes widening in surprise as she said in surprise, This is probably like a rushed prompt. So Venus had like an emergency, but he still participated. Okay, it's fine. Okay, these are complaints about me. Yep, you've hit the record for the greatest number of complaints received by a mascot in Whiskeyland like ever. A mouth flashed open on the paper that moved to produce this voice. The eeriness of the situation alarmed her, not alarming her. There was silence for a few seconds as Petillon grandly failed, I like this, in her efforts to escape, following which a paper mouth screamed, appearing right before her face, "Until the complaints become 0, you'll be cursed with the left hand clap." Right, so this is the kind of thing that I sometimes like about Venus, not all the time, sometimes. It's usually too excessive. No, wait, nothing makes sense, Petillon hurried in a fluster, quickly pulling out her scissors as she planned to stab the poltergeist. But in an instant later, her vision spun as she collapsed to the ground, viciously slapped on the face by something. Ringing sounds echoed in her ears like a Doppler sequence as her eyes spun, noticing her hands become two. She has 2 hands, so this has to be a little bit more specified. She lay on the floor for a good dozen seconds before regaining her composure, noticing one of the double images vanish. Unfortunately, there were 2 hands on her left now. What have you done? Petillon shouted in alarm when the left hand attached to her left hand. This is good, so this is where the prompt comes in, and it's very clear, so it's a definite cookie. Slapped her, pausing her sentence. Whenever you behave out of character, that hand would slap the daylights out of you. Of course, only you can see and feel it. The director's voice resounded as something mysteriously tugged at the back of her costume, pulling her out of the room as the door closed shut immediately. Closed shut is a redundancy, either closed or either shut. Immediately after, become the best Squidimon and you'll regain your freedom, otherwise. A piece of paper mouth danced next to her ears before tearing itself up in smaller pieces, scattering amidst the floor to lay inactive. Okay, so his world is actually very visual. Even though it was the height of noon, Petillon felt like she was in the dead of night. This is good, right? Stuck in cold gloom, yes? In the echoless corridor of a bustling amusement park. I like this a lot. Why do I like this a lot? Some readers don't understand the beauty of contrast. This over here, height of noon, contrast with dead of night. I like this. Then the cold of gloom, and then bustling amusement park. So this is like a very Aitsuji kind of preference. I like to see, it's like you don't know what happiness is without sadness. You see, you need to have like this various like very huge gap in between to actually make you feel something. Like I'm an adrenalist, like I love the adrenaline rush, so anything less than that is mild, you know. It's funny though because I don't like spicy food, and that is kind of extreme in itself. So this deserves like a purple heart for me. Although granted, the writing quality can be a little bit improved and it's still as excessive as ever with a very web novelish kind of style. But I like where this is going, and the idea is, yes, he actually made this possible. I thought it would kill him because he was insistent to remain Petillon as like the entire theme of this month's challenge. He did it, and kudos to him. I gave him a purple heart. Right, so the other person who actually attempted this, everyone else was just like, they kind of died. Some did research. It's just a writing prompt, but yeah, I think the competition tension has been increased. So I don't want to put things down. Later, I'll like share a little bit towards the end of the stream what my actual intentions were when I wrote this prompt. It's actually very simple. I don't know why people actually want to bust their brains doing this. It's not that hard, really. Okay, so Dame Butterfly, initially she wrote this and I couldn't give her even a cookie because it didn't make sense. So I told her, I was like, are you sure this goes accordingly with like the prompt? And she was like, oh, missing word syndrome. So she went to edit it, which is why you see this edited here, and only after the edit then I was like, okay, this qualifies. Right, otherwise it would have been disqualified as an entry on a whole, but good attempt, that kind of thing. Right, so let's take a look. It's still very vague, it's still not the best, but it's something because she attempted, she at least tried. Some other people were just like, I can't do this, and then they backed off. It's like, it's fine, you don't have to try, you did your best. Don't kill yourself for mental breakdown, but trying is the first step to getting out of your comfort zone. So I like this. Right, obey me, puny human. I'm far mightier than thee. So this is old English. You see the characterization coming in now? Right, Chris glowered at the ceiling, watching the fan spin, doing his best to count down from 10. So this is good because why? It's like the patience, hold it in. Yeah, so this is good. This is show and not tell for new writers. Please take note, Dame Butterfly has improved. It was supposed to be fun, his friend said. Chris never wanted to play with the Ouija board. Ouija board. I'm not sure how to pronounce this because I never played this and it's stupid to play this because things really do exist. Okay, his friends convinced him though, the rubbish claim about left-handed people being great at summoning devils. I mean, well, left-handed people are rare and we are great at many things, but summoning devils can be something that's meant for left-handed but only stupid left-handed people. Okay, what are you doing? Rise! Chris felt the faint tug coming from his left side but refused to move. No pillows or blankets could muffle that ruckus. What was fun about this again? Awake! Chris snapped, finally reaching his limit. Throwing the covers off, he thrust his right hand over to his left side of his body. Okay, this side here is not very clear, so it can be more direct. Or you can even just basically this is too vague for a prompt. So I'm awake, you little devil. Could you just shut up for 5 bloody seconds? Yeah, this is good. Right, Chris pressed down hard, appearing to be in an epic battle to strangle his left hand with his right. Good. Okay, this is the part she edited, I think. And using all his might to crush the left palm against the bed with a sharp hiss. Okay, this part here could be in a new paragraph and done a little bit better with the transition. It's too sudden. Okay, so firstly you're battling, and then after you're battling, you're like pulling away with a sharp hiss. So you pull away first or you hiss first. You need to think about the sequence there. Right, and then this could be a new paragraph because it's totally not the same as the fighting scene. So if it's a new scene, turn it to a new paragraph so that you at least have the pacing there. Right, pull away his right hand as though stung by a bee. Ah, take that, fall fiend. You are no match for Stabby Hand, the pirate sword. Removing his hand revealed this is passive. Okay. Revealed a stubby hand-shaped figure in the middle of his left palm. The green and purple figure sliced the air with its toothpick-sized trident. Good. Okay, as it wiggled in victory. So I'm seeing that this left hand is not actually a left hand, but it's a left hand shaped whatever that this creature is. Abstract, a little bit abstract, but I didn't really specify, so I'll accept. Right, stupid friends somehow begot stupid demons, like I call it. Okay, initially I called it only the dumb people would play Ouija board. Okay, this one seemed especially dumb, taking the whole left hand satanism to a new level by possessing his left hand in the shape of another hand. Okay, this part was edited, so this part is what I needed to see before I can qualify it as a prompt that follows the prompt. Right, I dare you to try again. I will vanquish thee till you obey. Vanquish thee till you obey. If you want to keep it to Old English, keep it all the way to Old English. Chris gritted his teeth. For 3 days, that damn demon spawn plagued his life. Using his dominant hand became a battle involving biting, stabbing, and slapping among others. The biggest battle took place each time Chris needed to make his way to the bathroom. The demon believed the moon-shaped pieces of flesh to be an enemy in need of vanquishing. How could anyone poop in peace with the little devil trying to sheave their ass every time they went to wipe? So this part here was good. The last part here was good. Okay. Right, so I pretty much I like this. It's almost okay to the level of getting a purple heart. Like the edited version is great, like way better than the others. So yeah, when I saw this initially, I graded it and I was like, no, it didn't even have a cookie. So after the edit, it's like okay, it's almost there. Not there yet, but almost there. So yeah, I actually kind of like this. Should I find mightier than B? Yeah, I think I actually quite like this. Okay, so there we go. So the score tallies are only 2 entries for today. So Overlord Venus gets 7 and Dame Butterfly gets 6. So let me see my math. I'm not very good at math. Okay, copy, paste. So Overlord Venus plus 7, 6 plus 7 is 13. And she gets 6, so 8 plus 6 is 14. Right. Okay. So these are currently the scores of the people who actually participated. If you are interested to join my Discord, the next prompt is actually pretty simple. So it's the devil orders fast food. So right, before I end the stream, I should also say, when I came up with this prompt of the left hand has a left hand, ever heard of the term called helping hand? Yeah, think about it, okay? Think about it. That's what I wrote the prompt for. Like, the thing that I got inspired by was the helping hand, not the slapping hand, not the buttock shaving hand, okay? It was the helping hand. But in any case, I enjoyed thoroughly all the people who tried. Right, so I'm looking forward to see Devil Orders Fast Food because this can be really interesting. So how you interpret Devil, how you interpret fast food, this is kind of, yes. So I saw some prompts that I really liked. I'm hoping to give more purple hearts out. So stay tuned. I will do this again tomorrow. Thank you for joining. Bye.